Hi, so welcome back to IMCampervans, and this is me continuing with the Boxer conversion, or us continuing with the Boxer conversion. So the plan recently has been to continue with running all the cable for the wiring and then working on the electrical system. We've been pretty busy with other jobs, so we're moving at a steady pace. But as I started to do that, I realised that I really wanted to know exactly where the fixed bed would be, so that I could fix some conduit in place and really get a neat cable run laid out. So that's where we started. We first start with actually creating the frame for the fixed bed, and then we progress from there. Okay, I'm trying to explain the plan here. So along this cross member we want to mount the slats for the bed. So we've got it all marked up. We've marked up the wood here. I'm sorry if this LED light's making it flicker. So we've marked the holes in terms of where we want to drill. I've drilled a hole and did this one riv nut already. So the plan is to have a series of riv nuts, mount a wooden batten to that, which will then mount the bracket for the bed beams too. So that's what we're going to try. That's the riv nuts all mounted, so we've got 7 of them. And then after the riv nuts, we've bolted the wooden support with M5 bolts. I want to keep the linoleum we've laid in good condition, so I'm just cleaning up the swarf that came from drilling the holes to actually then mount the riv nuts. So we're using the IKEA extending beams to actually build the frame for the bed. So with Wendy's help, we held the first beam in place, and we extended it left to right, and we marked where we wanted the brackets to be. So we'll actually screw in brackets to the wooden support, and then the IKEA beam will actually mount on that. So we're just trying to be careful to get that as accurate as we could. So once we got that marked up for the first beam, we obviously marked left and right for each of the brackets, and then we replicated that for the other 2 beams. And then it's really just a case of getting a wee bit organised. We drilled some pilot holes for the 3 mounting points in the brackets, and then screwed them to the wooden frame. And we did that obviously for all 6 of them. I had my Insta360 camera set up to catch all that in a time lapse, but the battery had ran out and I hadn't noticed, so we missed that unfortunately. I did cut away a small section of the rear pillar just so the wooden bracket could fit in. It's a small amount and it's not actually going to change the structural strength. All 6 brackets are now screwed in place, the beams are mounted, and I've fixed the stop for the front face of the fixed bed, and I've mounted the conduit on top of that. And so now it's back to running the wiring, which was actually the original job, but I wanted actually to know where that physically would be, and where physically the bed stop would be, so that I could run it as neat as I can. So we're kind of working in the evenings with the torch, running the cables. So next I located the shower tray so I can definitively know the dimension between that and the start of the bed, and that's the area for my kitchen. So I can now check the design and the dimensions for that. That's the end of this video. I hope you found that useful and enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, make some comments. We'd love to hear your opinion. Thanks for watching.